What's up guys, it's Woolf from Scratch doing another Civilization 5 guide. So last time I did the Portuguese civilization led by Meier the First. Really good trade civilization that can build the unique Fetorias, the unique improvements of Fetorias on the coast of city-state lands, which gives them lots and lots of happiness. And they've got their special nows, the caravel replacements. Really means they've got the edge in founding the World Congress first. So, I've almost finished my Brave New World guides, but here we are. We're going to do the Shoshone, led by Pocatello.
Of encroaching American settlement immigrants, your war band struck fear into those who strife, who skillfully avoided a direct conflict with the armies of the US government and negotiated a series of treaties in the hopes of establishing a lasting peace for the Shoshone. Most esteemed Pocatello, your people once again look to you for guidance. Will you conquer your enemies, driving them far from your lands? Or will you seek out peaceful diplomacy and trade? Will you build a civilization that stands the test of time?
Great. So, the Shoshone, as you can see, the Shoshone's special ability is the Great Expanse, which I can show you right now. It's where their founded cities start with additional territory, and their units receive a combat bonus when fighting within their own territory. The unique unit I can show you right now is the Pathfinder, which is a replacement for the Scout. And what it has the same strength as a warrior, 8, it can move just like a Scout, and when it goes into a ruin, it can choose what it finds. So, straight away, Great Expanse, I can show you this. Boom. Look how much territory I've got. Whoa, look at that. It's amazing. That's lots and lots on a normal civilization. That's a lot of turns of growth. And look at that, I've got that straight away. That's cool. As you can see, I don't have a warrior, I start with a Pathfinder, which really will give me an edge in exploration. So all I've got to do now is find a scout, and I can show you guys. Oops, don't want to do that. I have another Pathfinder. I'm going to find a ruin. I can show you the Pathfinder's unique ability called Native Tongue, where they can choose what they find in ruins. So here we are, guys. My Pathfinders have found a ruin. So let's I'll show you Native Tongue promotion. So I walk into the ruin and I can choose from what I get. So I can get population, culture, gold, maps, technology, and I can upgrade the unit. Like how you'd normally do, except to be a random choice. In this, I get to choose. So probably they're quite profitable, except for maybe the location of barbarian encampment. That's a bit of a dud at times. But what I do recommend, the third thing you do is get equipment, because remember, the Pathfinder is just like a normal scout, so it doesn't follow a promotion chain. By doing that, I immediately get composite bowman. And look, it's turn 3, and I've already got composite bowman, which it would be, if I look in the tech tree construction, 22 turns away or more. So I've already got the most powerful unit in the game, and that way I can keep this unit and I can promote it later to crossbowmen, Gatling guns, etc. So there is the Pathfinder, really cool little unit. And I can also keep following and finding more ruins, hopefully, and that way I can get technology, culture, and sort of help in my chosen victory path.
Wars may be fought with weapons, but they are won by men. It is the spirit of the men who follow and of the man who leads that gains the victory.
So upon researching military science, we unlock the Shoshone unique unit, the Comanche Rider, which has been very Hollywoodized in films such as The Lone Ranger and all those classic cowboy films. The real edge of the Comanche is not its strength, but rather its movement. It has, as it says, it specializes in quick attacks, and it has 1 extra movement point. Like normal cavalry, it can stand toe-to-toe with the infantry of its time, and as always, it requires 1 horses. And as soon as I get some horses, I will show you the Comanches. Now that I've connected horses, I can show you my Comanches. Here we go, come on guys. There we go. So, Comanche Warriors are, as I've mentioned, the Shoshone unique unit. They get one more movement point than regular cavalry due to the Full Moon Striker promotion. They receive Pride of the Ancestors, part of the Shoshone unique ability, with the 15% bonus combat bonus. And they're also a little bonus that they're cheaper to build than regular cavalry, which is a plus. So to summarize the Shoshone as a whole, it's quite hard because the Shoshone are a bit directionless almost. The fact that they start their cities with lots of expanded territory, equivalent to a lot of cultural growth, is great, and it's really, for the first time playing the Shoshone, is quite overwhelming almost. You're not used to having that much territory at once. However, in terms of strategy Shoshone, there is a general rule of thumb that you shouldn't generally be too aggressive as them, since you are getting that defensive bonus. It could be argued that it's in fact the counterpoint, as you should be aiming to take the cities as soon as possible, and then you'll benefit from that defensive bonus. However, I'm going to say that you shouldn't be too aggressive. However, the unique units, the Pathfinder, as you saw earlier, if I change it into a composite bowman, by turn 3 or less, I've got the most powerful unit at the game for that time. So I can almost go a bit aggressive. And after a while, you can choose the stuff you find in ruins for Pathfinders. So you can have 1 or 2, possibly 3 composite bowmen in the early stages of the game, and this works especially well in multiplayer. You can sort of wreak havoc among your foes. Using the expanded cities, choose good territory, especially that of choke points that you can see in the future will be a good payoff. With your bow finders, quotation marks, use them to keep the other civs in check, stealing workers, making sure the settlers don't go into places you want to settle, and so on and so on. Being the badass that early of the game will really be useful, and you can do it with the Pathfinder, with a scout having the same strength as a warrior, and you can also keep the other civilization scouts in line, as you are a much stronger unit and you can chase them down. The Comanche is one of those almost spam units. With the added movement, it is really good for a few blitzkrieg strategies. However, because of the special ability getting the 15% defensive bonus, which is a general thing applied to all units, it is more or less better in offensive-defensive strategies, meaning it's really going to be used for defensive wars only. That's the general rule of war for the Shoshone. You shouldn't be seeking aggression. In terms of victory path, you can do whatever suits you, what is most comfortable. In terms of if you want to go wide or tall, that's also up to you. You've got the expanded territory, so your cities can be over a much larger distance, and you don't have to worry about growing out to get those tiles that are out of reach. I can go out and get tiles that are as always with a civilization, I start with a 1 tile radius as my mouse circles over. For the Shoshone, you start with roughly this much straight away. So it's a lot to work with at your fingertips, and the only thing that's really setting you back is the lack of workers. So you could go down Liberty to get the free workers and so on, but stealing workers is probably a good idea as well, from city-states and other civilizations, and that goes back to my keeping everyone else in line and being the badass of the early game. So there's my guide to the Shoshone civilization led by Pocatello, who has a really badass war theme as well, so check that out after this video. So, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, comment. I always enjoy reading your feedback and I really value that. So thanks for watching, and tune in for the final Brave New World guide as I do Shaka of the Zulus, and then we'll be back doing the more regular guides, and I believe it's Byzantium. So tune in fortnight if you want to hear my guide and watch my guide to the Byzantine civilization, then definitely tune into that. That's me, Wolf out.